exactly who I hope to marry and continue to be married to today. Hi, I'm Lisa. If you're new to this channel, this is the Catholic Marathon Mom channel. This is a Catholic lifestyle channel where I explore faith, marriage, motherhood, homeschooling, some food recipes. If you're a woman who really wants to grow in this life, grow in your faith and your heart, click the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos, because we're going to talk about these different seasons of life and how to grow in the Catholic faith. Right now we are smack dab in the middle of Lent. We're getting ready for Easter. It's this 40 days where we remember Jesus being in the desert for 40 days and that he fasted, that he suffered. He also was tempted by the devil and he was victorious over him. The father of lies had nothing on Jesus, and all his promises were empty, and Jesus was triumphant over him in the desert and ultimately at Easter, right? So during Lent, you'll hear a lot of people talk about, what are you giving up for Lent? Catholics will give something up for Lent. Maybe it's a bad habit. A lot of people have been giving up social media in recent days because they do find that it drains them of their self-confidence and their peace, that they're thinking maybe that's something that might need to come out of their life. On the At Home with Helen channel, she was talking about picking up. So picking up something for Lent. And that is something that I love to do. In recent years, it's either been a book I tried to read, maybe I do a book study with a group of women. This year, I was talking with a dear friend of mine. Ever since I had my first child, she's been a friend of mine. And my friend Jasmine suggested that I read this book, and she actually sent it to me. And it's a book about St. Therese. But in our conversation, she also mentioned praying a novena. Specifically a novena to St. Joseph, asking St. Joseph to pray for us, with us, about a particular petition or concern or worry that we may have. I brought it up to my husband, and I'm so happy to say that it has been such a blessing. So here's St. Joseph. This is one of my very favorite images of the Holy Family, because we could imagine this scene happening. Blessed Mother has just given birth. We mommies know that that's an exhausting, wonderful, joyful, and exhausting experience. And besides giving birth, nursing the baby, holding the baby, burping the baby, St. Joseph was there, and he was particularly chosen by God. So I can only imagine him cuddling this little infant Jesus and just being in awe. And what I love also about this is I think of all the adoptive fathers and stepfathers in this world, and grandfathers and uncles. But those adoptive fathers, I think of them, because that was St. Joseph's spot that he was in. And so there he was, and he is just in awe. And Mary can trust Joseph to cuddle and hold and protect that baby, and to protect her, because she knew that God had given them as a family. Traditionally, a novena is 9 days of a particular prayer, either to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, Immaculate Heart of Mary, or one of the different saints, asking them in a particular way to pray with you for the petition that you're bringing to the Lord. It's just like if I called up my friend Ginny and said, "Hey Ginny, I've got this thing going on, and would you please pray for me?" And she's like, "Yeah, of course I will. Absolutely. In fact, would you pray for me on this other thing?" And we just now are praying for each other. Well, the saints in heaven are so happy to pray for us. So St. Joseph, being the foster father of Jesus, is an amazingly powerful intercessor. We've wrapped up 30 days of this novena, but my husband and I feel so strongly about continuing our prayer that we're going to continue through to St. Joseph's feast day. It is a prayer that we found on the EWTN website, and I will link it in the description box below. So at the end of the day, one of us will read the prayer, and we're both praying together about this. And you know what, ladies? Married 26 and a half years, there is something so incredibly powerful about watching my husband lead me in prayer. I tell you, it is one of the biggest joys of my marriage when I see him pray. In fact, my very favorite thing is when I've come up to bed and he has his Christian prayer book open, kneeling at his bedside, praying. I mean, God is so great. He's so good and so kind to have these opportunities to grow in faith and love and wonder at how good God is. If you have a favorite novena prayer, please share it with me in the comments below, because I have just had my heart just so open to novenas in the last couple years. A website that I'll also link in the description is Pray More Novenas. I've done 2 novenas through them so far, and I love them. Receive the different days' prayers right to your email. Also, you can find them on YouTube, so if you prefer to just read along the prayers but with them praying it, it's awesome. So it makes it a lot easier for people like me. I sometimes forget and I'll miss a day, and in the past I used to just beat myself up and quit the novena. And then I had a very, very, very faithful friend tell me, don't give in to that sin of scrupulosity. Tell yourself, that's it, I'm not gonna pray it because I stink, because I dropped a day or 2 or 3. Actually, to jump back on and keep praying is the best way to come closer to the Lord and remind yourself, look, I'm just a person and I make mistakes. I'm just going to keep on with this novena. You've got plenty more time in Lent to pick that up if that's something you'd like to do. If you have any questions about the Catholic faith or want to know more, leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to chat with you and definitely say a prayer for you. For another video about living out your Catholic faith fully alive and growing deeper in love with the Lord, click one of these videos over here, and don't forget to click the subscription box so you won't miss any of the videos. God bless you.